Come on. All right, where's this Dave I keep hearing from? Who's that? Where's Dave? He's got a single guy. Where are you? This is you? Oh my God, you really are alone. Did you think this was MILF Island, Dave? Did you think it was Moms Gone Wild? Because I hear that a lot. We're not taking our shirts off, Dave. We don't do anything for beads here. Sorry, did you want to explain yourself, Dave? It is a strategy. It's a hell of a strategy, isn't it, ladies? I love you, and I'm not kidding. I cannot tell you how much better it is for us when there are men in the audience. Give it up for Dave, everybody. I'm not kidding. Bold strategy. I'm not going to pretend this isn't happening because when I walked out here, my shoe just fell apart. It's a Velcro strap, so I'm just going to fix that right now, all right? All right, there you go, Boulder. I got that. That's for you. Cute shoes. They're new shoes. I just found that out on the way into the theater tonight that they might fall off at any time. I will go barefoot if I have to. It's okay. But I did that. They're cute. I dressed up for you. Boulder, Colorado. I'm so happy to be here. And I want to tell you something. Yeah, thanks. You're awesome. And you can tell that I am personally feeling pretty dangerous tonight. You can see it. I'm here for a party. Look at me. Look at me. I am wearing white, and it is well after Labor Day. Come on. Rebel. My mother would be rolling in her grave, except she's alive. Very much alive and well in Arvada, Colorado, as a matter of fact. She just hates it when I break the rules. She hates it so much. And who can blame her? You know, listen, this is a parenting show. Wait, Dave, do you have kids of your own? Okay, good to know. So you get it, Dave. You know what it's like. Imagine my mother. You sacrifice for your children, right? You give them everything, and you dream of their future, and you make it possible for them to get very fancy, expensive educations, and then imagine your child becomes a stand-up comedian. You can feel for my mother. You can feel for my mother. Anyway, I love my mom. That's mean. I love my mom. Actually, she's in her 80s. I've been told it's not polite to ask anymore. It's 80-something. And actually, I just took her last week for a bunch of tests and blood work, and in her 80s, I'm happy to report, my mother has no signs of Alzheimer's or dementia. Very good, thank you. Isn't that nice? Yeah. It's a little frustrating, to tell you the truth. Let me explain. I know about Alzheimer's and dementia. My father had it. What an asshole of a disease. And one thing that happens is it changes the patient's personality, right? My father was a kind and loving and gentle man my whole life. And then in his dementia, he turned impatient and kind of mean. And my mother has been a stone cold, judgmental, humorless buzzkill my whole life. So I was just hoping, maybe she would turn into somebody I enjoyed hanging out with in this late chapter. But nope, sharp as a tack. Sharp as a tack, Marsha Lane. Love my mother, I really do. You know what, we should look to my mother. She does everything right, truly. She does everything right to prevent memory loss. She lives a clean life. She eats well. She does word puzzles and brain games. And it turns out, if you remember and hold on to every grudge, like every unkind word a postal clerk ever said to you, if you keep a mental spreadsheet of every piece of unreturned Tupperware, all the way back to 1979, well, sharp as a tack. That's a secret. I love my mom, I really do. I don't know, I tell you what, life is sure a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. Anybody? Okay, I'm glad you feel me, because honestly, when I was young, I thought, no, life is short, right? Burn bright, die quick. Eat the cake, take the trip, no regrets. Yeah, I certainly do have some regrets now, though. And do you know, it's mostly about sunscreen. Right? Come on now, with this complexion, I scoffed at sunscreen, come on. I was just baby oil and sun in all day long, right? I was a sun worshiper, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it would matter because there is no way I thought I was gonna be alive this long. Seriously. Okay, I graduated high school in 1986. There you are, Gen X. We're a little slow to respond, but there you are. Back then, my friends, we were promised a nuclear apocalypse. Weren't prepared for the slow demise, were we? No. We didn't. Back then, we didn't invest in our future. We invested in cute bathrobes so that we could be ready for the television when Ed McMahon rolled up with that giant check. That's right, the sweepstakes. That's my retirement plan. I didn't think it would matter, right? I did not think it would matter. Sunscreen, what are you talking about? I could not envision a day, sunscreen when like the two lines right here between my eyebrows would get so deep. Well, they look like ski tracks through fresh powder. You know these lines. Every young people, where are my young? These young people. I'm sorry to be a harbinger of doom from your future. Hate to be a buzzkill. You know what? Though I am my mother's daughter, I kind of like it. I'm just saying, these lines, everybody's face ages in a different way, okay? I happen to have these two parallel lines right here on my forehead. I also happen to have two sons, so maybe it's related. I have christened them. This is Augie and this is George, okay? That's earned them. No, these lines, they call them the 11s, adorable, right? They call them the frowners, because they make you look angry all the time. I mean, come on now. Have you seen the world? I am a little angry all the time. I don't want people to know. No, they're so deep. And everything's getting sort of fleshy and weird. I was looking in the mirror the other day, and I realized they're so deep. It looks like labia. I don't know how or why. Some things sag and some things creep up. It's like I have a giant fault line down the middle of my body and everything's just kind of caving in on itself. It's folding in. Either way, I'm no longer furrowing my brow. I am doing Kegel exercises with my face. It's fun age, isn't it? Obviously, so you know what we do. Boulder, you know what we do. Botox, that's what it is. We got options. Ladies like us, that's what we do. We go and we have very expensive poison, Dave, injected into our vagina foreheads. Because it makes you pretty. I've done it. I've done Botox myself. I have, and I don't personally care for it. You do you. I don't care for it myself. First of all, I find Botox kind of confusing because you go and it's like you enter a spa. Right? It's beautiful, and there's a fountain trickling, just sparkling over, and they feed you cucumber and mint water, and then they take you into a room, and this beautiful young woman, oh God, so beautiful, is there, and she's wearing scrubs, but she's not a doctor. And she takes out this giant needle, and she says cute little things like, okay, this one's gonna be spicy. I have given birth to 2 human beings. That shit hurts, okay? It's just, anyway, it's confusing to me. No, you do you. I mean, it's a resource we have, and it's great. It works. Botox works. I just didn't care for it for myself because, well, when I had it, without these 2 deep grooves, I just looked a little more surprised than I feel, you know. But also, no, it works. It really does. It smooths that forehead. But without these 2 deep lines, I felt that I was missing something of myself that turns out I really value. See, with these 2 deep lines between my eyebrows, my friends, I'm like a wizard. I am. It's amazing. It's like I'm a magician, and I'm going to share it with you right now. Okay? I can take an ordinary business card. All right? Okay, young people. A business card is a thing that we used to drop it into fish bowls to try to earn free sandwiches. It's hard to explain. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I can take an ordinary, just say piece of paper. Now it's hard, I don't have a mirror, but I'm just saying I can right here just put this here and those, and just flex those muscles and look at that. Hey. Doing parlor tricks with my forehead, and that's showbiz, baby. I can't give that up. Life is long, isn't it? Boy, oh boy. Oh, man. I didn't know back then when they told me, I didn't know I would be alive long enough. I didn't know there would be a day when I would have a hot flash that blinded me. Well, and that just happened right now in front of your eyes. I had a hot flash as I walked out on this stage that fogged up my glasses. My trifocal glasses. The same glass I had to start wearing. I had supervision until I was 45 years old. I had sniper vision. I could see leaves on trees in the next town. And then all at once, it just went away. And I had to start wearing the trifocal glasses at exactly the same time I started having the hot flashes that fogged them up. It's a fun age. It's a fun age, isn't it? Life is long. Anybody else know about these hot flashes? You know what I'm talking about? Something else. Oh, woo, hey, all right. I like your positivity. I have a friend who calls them power surges. Oh, wow. Don't feel powerful when that overtakes me. I don't know, young people, if you are aware, you're seeing it happen right now in front of you. This is really live theater, isn't it fun? I break into a full body sweat just like this, like 8 or 10 times a day. 8 or 10 times a day, it just pools up in every crevice of my body. You can splash it. Just like throw coins at me and make a wish. I just walk around like this. I mean, I'm always just a little bit soggy. Do you see a little? I got that dewy skin dialed in, though. I gotta tell you, look at that. I mean, I'm glistening all the time. I just walk around like this, just a little bit moist all the time. I know. Everybody's favorite word. I'm telling you, I am like a toad indigenous people lick to get high. That's. Fun age. I know. You know what, though? It's so hard. I try not to get bitter. I try to get better. I try to change my thing. You know what? This is free lube, my friends. I always heard it was going to be dry for the old ladies. They're not me. I'm juicy. I'm wet. Hot between the sheets because of the hot flashes. It's really something else. The thing is, though, I feel like if this happened to a man, Dave, I just feel like if a man broke into like a fever 8 or 10 times a day, we would rush him to the emergency room and figure out what the heck is going on there. Yeah. Right, Dave? It's for you. But in our case, the medical establishment is like, huh, weird. Yeah, good luck with that, lady. Let us. Oh, wait, we have something that might help you with the hot flashes, but it will probably give you breast cancer. So you just let us know. That's a Sophie's choice for you there, isn't it? So how it all turns out like that, right? Oh, and my favorite thing is you walk in and they go 8 or 10 times a day. Are you sure? Are you sure you're not just Say it. Say it to my face, Doc. I dare you. Do you think I am overreacting? Because I want to tell you something. I rather think I am underreacting, my friends. Do you know what? I'm dangerous wearing white on the top, but you want to know when I'm feeling crazy? I wear white pants in public. That's right, because anything can happen at any time. It's like 7th grade gym class all over again, isn't it? It's just... Those hormones are just as bad going out as they were coming in. It's just... If you leave any venue with your jacket tied behind your waist, well, we all understand. It's girl code. I see you. But my favorite thing is when I go in, I'm hot flash and I need some help. Seriously, it's bad. And the medical establishment says, have you thought about losing some weight? Do you know I have? I've thought about it. I would venture a guess that it's probably the number one thing I think about all the live long day. And it used to be easy, you know, back in my youth, back when I thought life was short. You gain a few pounds, you walk it off, you get your steps in. Young people, enjoy it. Enjoy your privilege, okay? You just walk it off, you walk it off. But now at age 56, well, I have developed plantar fasciitis in both of my walking feet. So, I have thought about it. Thank you for asking, doctor. Thank you. Life is long, isn't it? I tell you what, I tell you what. Boy, oh boy, we try not to get bitter. We try to get better. I tell you, I really am so glad to be here with you people tonight because I have had kind of a weird week, all right, in Denver. Well, I've been fish sitting. Yeah, I know. Well, my neighbor came over with her little daughter and a blue betta fish in a little wine glass. Can I watch it for a week while they're going to the mountains? Sure, of course, no problem. But then my neighbor came back without her daughter, but with an identical blue betta fish in an identical wine glass. It's a backup fish that my friend keeps alive in her closet. Right. To replace the first fish when it eventually dies. She's afraid her daughter will be sad. All right, this is controversial here in Boulder, Colorado. I'm not going to tell you, I've been canceled for this here before. I just am saying, from my point of view, betta fish, well, that's a temporary pet, okay? A betta fish is here for a good time, not a long time. You know? A betta fish is purpose-built to help us teach our progeny when they are young and the stakes are low about life and death and the circle of it all and getting flushed down the toilet. That's right, yes. Right there at the toilet. That's a practice funeral right there at the toilet. That is where my children, my two boys, learned how to wear a suit and tie a tie and say a prayer and be respectful. You know, thank you for your service, betta fish. I appreciate that. A lot of life lessons happen at the toilet if you think about it. Well, I raised two sons, so that's probably just my perspective. I don't know. Well, that right there at the toilet, that's where I learned. It was news to me that potty training boys is a lifelong process. Did you? I do not understand what happens. I don't know. They were so good at it. Like ages 3, I swear they mastered it, you know? And then it just goes downhill from there. Have you been to an off-campus college boys' apartment? Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you got hazmat gear, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know what happens. It does. And then eventually, Dave, it devolves into prostate problems. So, ladies like us, we just got to carry Cheerios around with us the rest of our lives. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. It's worth it. It's worth it. No, I just think it's interesting. My neighbor is afraid of her child. You know, I don't think we should be afraid of our children, especially when they're little, you know, because eventually they turn into teenagers. And teenagers are objectively scary. I mean, like clown in a sewer scary. Teenagers are scary. Teenagers are, I don't want to be a grandmother yet, scary. Do you feel me? Right? Put a point on it. I'm afraid of their hormones. And I have a certain solidarity. Look at me. Like I said, I feel their hormones. It's not their fault, but they scare me. Anyway, I think it's weird. My friend keeps this. I just think it's weird that she's willing to carry on this secret closeted life with this secret closeted fish, you know? I kind of wonder, like, what other secrets is she keeping? Does she have a backup husband? None of my business, I assure you. No, really, this chick is high up in IT, okay? She could very easily be a spy. And I just wonder what double-agent shenanigans are going on in my neighborhood. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. You know what? I have given up all pretense of privacy, haven't you? Yeah, at my age, the font size on my phone is so big. Chinese drones can see it from outer space. I don't care. I got nothing to hide. I don't know. No, I just don't think we should be afraid of our children because, like I said, eventually they get scared. I just think, I don't know, again, in Boulder, I don't know how that's going to go over. I think it is much more valuable to keep my children afraid of me Are you okay? All right. But here's where I'm going to push your limits, Boulder. See, I take my boys back to the country every summer where I was raised because I think it strikes just the right amount of fear in a young man's heart to watch his mother slaughter the chickens. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, you're good with it. All right. All right. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that because I murdered a betta fish in the previous joke, and we're in Boulder. Thank you. We got some country people here. All right. Good for you. You know how it works. Yeah. I'm just saying you get a lot of yes ma'ams at the dinner table when your progeny know you are capable of snapping a neck or two. To keep them afraid of me. Really, parenting is hard. Parenting is hard. And when they become teenagers, it really does get scary. I tell people, in fact, that I'm a new mom. I know, and they laugh at me. You mean grandma? No, okay. I ignore the visual. I am a new mom because here's the thing. I have 2 new people living in my house, okay? Because the young children, the babies, the toddlers that we brought home with joy and love and hope, the little sweet things that still smell good and brought us joy, they're gone. They're gone. It's like they disappear overnight, right? It's like something from a medieval fairy tale. Like, who left the changeling in the bed? Right? It's like one day, it's overnight. And you wake up and it's like they're gone. And there's something there, there's like versions of our children, like angrier, hairier, smellier, just douche-baggier versions. The children I once knew and loved. So 2 new people living in my house. I'm a new mom, that's what I'm telling you. See how it works? And I want some of the stuff we give new moms. Free massages, VIP parking, people bringing you casseroles all the time. And it has been a hot minute since anybody brought me a hot dish. And I'm tired, my friends. I'm tired. I need a hot dish. Baby showers, remember that? Oh, it's so sweet. When we have friends and we know they're gonna have babies, so their family's about to change and their lives are about to change, and we know it's gonna be difficult, and we wanna support them along the way, so we throw them a party. We gather as a community, and we have a baby shower. I think we should do this for parents of teenagers. If you have a friend who is starting to turn on her, your child is starting to turn on her, if you have a friend who is clutching her Chardonnay like in a death grip, just throw that woman a party. Teenage showers, let's start it right here tonight, Boulder. Let's do it, right? Yes. Yes. We know it's going to be hard. Let's gather and support as a community for this new chapter in their lives. I don't know what the gifts would be. It's a little different than baby showers. There's not diapers and onesies and, bottles. I don't know, locks for the liquor cabinet. Hey. Air freshener. Have you smelled a teenage boy? Anybody? Do you know? Do you know that aroma? It's very specific. All teenage boys smell like hockey bags. And Axe body spray, like a potpourri. I have 2 sons, they never played a day of hockey in their life. That's how they smell, it's just how it is. So air freshener, that's a thing. I don't know, baby showers. Oh, no, I got it. You got it, okay. Go to the basement and dig up the old baby monitor, okay? You bring it up, right. In this day and age, our kids, they won't even know what that thing is. There's a relic in the corner, just set it there. Totally, they won't know what it is. They don't care, it's just a piece of plastic. And then you got old school surveillance for the modern world, okay? Because a baby monitor, no, that's much more useful to parents of teenagers than parents of a baby. Come on. What do you use that thing for? Your baby, to make sure that, he's still breathing through the night. When he was 15 years old, I would have smothered my own son with a pillow, okay? So, just saying. It's a little dark. I love my kids. The baby monitor becomes, for parents of teenagers, that is a who is sneaking out of the bedroom window monitor, right? Who is stealing beer out of the garage fridge monitor? Who is getting fingered in the basement monitor? I know. I'm telling you, they are scary. Just stay frosty. parents we really do need to support each other. We really should come together as a community, you know, and support each other. And instead of having teenage showers when my kids were turning on me, when my two sons were in late middle school and early high school, they started getting invited to boy-girl sleepover parties. Yeah, thank you. Where were you back then? Because I could have. The other parents were fine with it. The other parents were like, oh, it's no big deal. Oh, the boys will be in a tent in the backyard. Are you Ann? Is that Ann by any chance? Two boys, you're laughing harder than anyone else. I mean, I love it, you get it. This is where you clearly, it is so helpful to be a former delinquent hormonal adolescent yourself, right? I would just go into my own teenage brain, my own middle school brain, and be like, oh, really? Will the boys be in a tent in the backyard? Duh. I will find a way to be in the tent in the backyard. My hormones. I'm a teenage girl. Boy-girl sleepover parties. And I mean, whatever. We didn't want to be ogres. We wanted our kids to have friends, so we would like let them go to the party, but then somebody had to stay, you know, awake and fully dressed and sober. P.S. It was always me. Late into a Saturday night to go fetch our children from the boy-girl sleepover party before the boy-girl sleepover part of it happened. Home to the nest, you know, and I don't think we should. You got to keep them safe, you know, because teenagers, they're scary. Like I said, their hormones are scary. Do we have any new parents in the house, like parents of kids under 3? Yeah, good. This is what I do, is I hang out with my friends who have younger children for the innocence of it all, right? Parents of new babies and toddlers. And here's the thing, though, I gotta admit, kinda cannot stand you. Young parents, kinda weak, you're a little soft. Got a lot of apps these days. I'm just, oh, we're so tired, the baby, we're losing so much sleep. I'm kidding, I get it. It is so exhausting, it really is. I get it. But what I want to do, again, I kind of enjoy being a harbinger of doom from your future because I am my mother's daughter. What I want to say is, I know, young parents, you're tired, don't get me wrong, but just wait. Just wait until that baby drives a car. Right? Just wait until that baby has 44 missing assignments in his trigonometry class. I'm losing sleep now. Man, those emails from teachers on a Friday night can wreck the whole weekend, can't they? And when you ask them why, when you ask a teenager why, why, baby, why the 44 missing assignments? When they say, I don't know, they are not lying. They do not know. So stupid. They're stupid. It's important that I say this now. I love my two children. I really, really do. I love my sons. I love them more than anything in the world. And I love all young people. I really do. I do. I say so many terrible things about them up here, but I love them. I used to teach high school. I taught high school English, so I had to love them. Yeah, we're the heroes. That's right. Yeah. Listen, what we do, high school teachers, we spend all day long with teenagers and their ideas. So, gotta love them, gotta love them. I love them, okay? I love the young people. I really do, and I mean it, especially in today's world, man. I love hanging out with people who have hope, you know? Young people, no matter how bitter they threaten to get, no matter how goth they think they are, they cannot help it. They believe in the future. They believe they can save the turtles and make the world a better place. And I like hanging out with people who have that attitude, right? Yeah. And the reason that they have that attitude, of course, is because they are so stupid. They're stupid. Not their fault. It's not their fault. I do love them. You know, I really do love young people. The future is in their hands, and I know that seems sketchy sometimes, but I see how hard they work. The younger, I see how hard they work to prove how very bisexual they are. I see it. Back in my day, we just had to go to liberal arts college, okay? And my dad was properly worried. It's just, They work hard. They work hard. Also, they're very resourceful. The younger generation. Have you seen the size of their handbags? They have these little tiny, purses? They're so tiny, like the size of a block of cheese. It's so small, and they're strapped around their midsection like a bandolier. They're ready for anything. I cannot leave the house without my mom tote, right? Where do you put I can't leave the house without my gum and my Band-Aids that smell like gum, and the Cheerios I gotta carry around for the rest of my life. Can't leave. How do these young people do it? They leave the house. Where do they put their phones? Don't need to. Their phones are surgically attached to their hands. Where do they keep their snacks? Don't need them. They've solved obesity. They're getting Ozempic injected. My insurance won't give it to me because I'm only pre-diabetic, but the young people got it figured out. I know. How do they leave the house? I figured it out. That little tiny, all they need for a whole night out is just a vape pen and a Plan B pill. That's all they need. So the future's in their hands. They're resourceful. What I want to say to young parents, though, is just wait until Mr. 44 missing assignments, that's what I call him now, wait until he goes missing at 2 o'clock in the morning with his girlfriend, Whitney. I don't think you all know her. Maybe you know Whitney, okay? And moms of girls, listen up right here. Don't you raise a Whitney, okay? No, I love Whitney. That's not true. I've known Whitney her whole life. I love her really like a daughter. She is exactly the kind of girl you want for your son when he is a senior in high school. Whitney is beautiful, and she's smart, and she's strong, and she's competitive, and she used to spend a lot of time in our backyard when they were in middle school. There were no tents there. Don't be crazy. No. No, Whitney, she would challenge the boys to popsicle eating contests. No, she was really good at it. And I would watch Whitney eating that popsicle. And then I would watch my son watch Whitney eating the popsicle. And then I would watch Whitney watching my son watch her eat the popsicle. And do you know, my friends, that is the exact moment I became an unhinged mom, right then and there. Arbitrary rules all the time. We are forevermore a popsicle-free household. Only small, tiny cups of vanilla ice cream with very short sticks. That's all. Why, Mom? Doesn't matter because I said so. Are there any blankets downstairs in this house? All of you kids, you too, Whitney, get down there. All the blankets are coming upstairs where I can see them. Doesn't matter. They were in middle school eating those popsicles. I know it was innocent, you know? I know it was innocent. I know they had no idea what was going on there. But I had an inkling I did, you know? As we have discussed, I just went back into my own middle school brain. Well, and I realized, back when I was in middle school, I was very competitive like Whitney, very competitive little thing. And well, at the end of the swim team season every summer, there was a root beer chugging competition at the banquet, the swim team banquet at Chico's Pizza Parlor. And there's no way I was gonna let the boys beat me at that ish, okay? Randy Fair, Joey Zamora, you are going down. So what I would do every day, all summer long, right in front of the boys, is I would practice. Just relaxing the muscles of my throat, just, get it in there, Yes. I mean, it worked. I was the reigning root beer chugging champion of Moses Lake, Washington for 3 years in a row, my friend, so thank you. And it was useful for other stuff later in life, but, no, it was just innocent. Whitney, back to Whitney, she's a beautiful girl, truly. We took Whitney out for her 18th birthday. We took her out for a really nice dinner. I got to see this girl eat lobster for the first time. This big life moment, right? And we went to a fancy restaurant, not to brag, but thanks to the betta fish in the toilet, my 2 sons know how to wear a suit and tie. So, very fancy affair. And we're standing there at the tanks, and Whitney's looking at the lobsters, and she says, "Those things are funny looking, and they move in weird ways. Why would I put that thing in my mouth, you know?" I like how it's going so far. And then Whitney says, so you're telling me I am just supposed to pick one at random and hope there's a lot of good meat in there? That is how it works, Whitney. That is. And you can imagine how uncomfortable I am because I don't know my role here. I don't think my role here is to tell Whitney, sometimes the smaller ones are the sweeter ones. I don't think that's probably not my job. I don't know. So anyway, I see her. So she gets the lobster, she takes the first bite, she says, this is delicious, she loves it, I'm delighted. Then I watch this child of God suck the butter out of that lobster, and then my hand to God, she said out loud at the table, she said, this is so delicious. Why do people save lobster for special occasions? I think I want to eat lobster every day. Okay, some of you aren't getting it. Okay, Whitney plays harmonica in an indie band. Does that paint a picture for you? I've seen what this girl can do with her tongue, okay? And I mean, mad respect, I'm taking notes. No, God dang it, I tell you what, no, Whitney, that's my son, no growth. Okay, here's the thing, ladies, you always hope that your boy is gonna bring home a girl, you know, just like dear old mom. You gotta ask yourself, in what way though? Just see where I'm going with that, Dave? I'm just saying, I like to eat a little lobster, okay? And that just means my husband is a very happy man, all right? Whitney, she's making me nervous. Anyway, they're missing. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And my son's cell phone goes dead. Yeah, right. And obviously I have only one thought in my head, either his cell phone is dead or my child is dead, right? Obviously, true crime podcasts, that's how we live. Yeah, either he's, you know, ditching his responsibilities or he's lying in a ditch, right? That's your fear at 2 o'clock in the morning. And if he's just blowing me off, you're gonna wish he was lying in a ditch tomorrow morning. Keep him afraid of us, right? And I think we all understand by now I am not actually worried he's blowing me off. We understand. All right. So I call Whitney's mom in a panic. You know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. The children are missing. Well, it seems this woman does not listen to the same podcasts I do. Because she's unconcerned. She's like, oh, Lisa, it must be a big misunderstanding. My husband has them on the GPS and it says they're in an abandoned parking lot. Lisa, it must be a big misunderstanding. What could they be doing there? What could be open there? Stupid bitch. What could be open at 2? Let's walk it through. Let's see. 7-Elevens, strip clubs, and your daughter's legs. Wise up, Whitney's mom. You gotta be afraid of them, seriously. Oh my God, you guys. I told you I have raised 2 sons, and I want to tell you something. Parenting is hard. That you never know what to do. It is so difficult, right? You never know when you're supposed to push them and when you're supposed to protect them and when you're supposed to give them boundaries and when you're supposed to cut them some slack. It's so hard. So what I did for my 2 sons, one family motto, okay? I just boiled it down. One family motto, and here it is. Don't be a dick. That's it. Thank you. Covers everything. I keep it simple because they're boys. But I meant it, my friends. I'm serious about it. Refrigerator magnets, don't be a dick. Cross-stitched pillows on their beds, don't be a dick. I used to whisper it to them instead of lullabies. I did, just don't be a dick, don't be a dick. And you know what, I honestly, my boys are actually almost grown, and they have turned out to be a couple of dicks. I'm not gonna lie. It's just a lot of, Mom, why are you so lame? Why do we live in this dumb house? Why do we have this old furniture? Mom, why don't you ever do anything interesting with your life? I know, it's funny, isn't it? Because, well, that is because of you, motherfuckers, you! I was so interesting! We were all so interesting! Before we had to pay for their orthodontia! Enjoy that pretty smile, don't be a dick. It is kind of hard to tell, though. My older son lives and goes to school full-time in France. So it's kind of hard to tell, is he a dick or is he just French now? You know, it's a TBD. No, it's weird. He's seriously, he's so French, he's so European, he's very woke. He just is really critical of our inferior culture and cheeses, you know, I mean, he's not wrong. He rolls his own cigarettes and he swirls his red wine. And my own child, my firstborn, he bullies me because occasionally I like a little ice in my drink. Okay, you've been to Europe, you know what I'm talking about. They have the technology, they do not have the ice. I don't know. Well, don't ask for it, don't ask for it. A French garçon will shame you with one look. Don't do it, it's not possible. Francophile there in the back. I love it. And you know what it's like. It gets warm, it gets sweaty, it gets hot in the streets of Paris, and they don't super take showers over there either. So you can just be walking around, you know, the streets of Paris in the summer, and you're thirsty, and you're hot, and you're sweaty, and all you have before you is a cesspool of tepid beverages. I don't get it. I'm just saying, my God, we have problems here in this country. But every time I come home for visiting my son, I'm waving the American flag, my friends. I'm telling you, just keep it in perspective, okay? For the freedom to have a little bit of ice in my Diet Dr. Pepper. Well, God bless America. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, no, I mean, they're not, I don't know, they're turning out to be okay. They're kind of dicks. I don't know. Like, my younger son actually is a math whiz. He's really smart at math. He could do, at like age 13, he could do a Rubik's Cube in 11.43 seconds, I think. That was his record. It's really fast. Still to this day, cannot solve the puzzle of how to replace a roll of toilet paper, though, do you know? A lot of life lessons at the toilet right there, like I'm telling you. And the weird thing about, you know, teenagers versus toddlers, boys, girls, it doesn't matter. We talked about they turn overnight on you, and it's like they're versions of their toddler selves, you know? I mean, they really are. They turn into teenagers, and teenagers just they love to say no. They fall down a lot. They're so clumsy. It's a lot of, I do it myself. Right? But it's weird, it's disorienting, because toddlers are innocent, right? Like a little toddler, if a toddler has a temper tantrum, you know, you're so cute. You take it down to their level, a little time out, eye to eye. You reset the day, hugs and kisses, let's get on with our day. My two boys became high school wrestlers. Okay, so if I even come near them in the middle of like a hormonal teenage meltdown, they could take me down. It really was for several years of my life just kind of dodging their rage, you know, and hoping they made contact with an inanimate object behind me. Just, you know, I'm sorry for the younger parents if you don't know this yet. You really don't earn your parenting card until somebody punches a hole in the drywall. And it might be you that counts, okay? I'm just saying, life lessons. That is how the two sons of mine, they're very good at patching drywall. They're good at it. They life lessons. All right, it is very important to my mother that I tell you. And if she met you right now, she would tell you, Lisa's boys are wonderful. They are not dicks. They're both in graduate school. And that's true. My mother, thank you, it's fine. My mother, she will, poor Marcia, she cannot imagine that this is what I have chosen to do, as we discussed earlier, with all of my gifts and all of my education, is to talk shit about her precious grandchildren every night of my life. She hates it so much. So they're great, okay? They really are in graduate school. It is true. It is true. My younger son, the math whiz, I am not lying. He's in a PhD program for mathematics. What? I know. I have seen this kid solving equations on the whiteboard like Good Will Hunting. It's just something else. But seriously, still cannot solve the puzzle of how to get his pee into the toilet. It's just lifelong process, like we talked about, you know. I am very lucky, though. I am lucky. My boys are wonderful. They're great. But I want to talk about something right now. I talked earlier about the teenage shower and what gifts might be for that. And wouldn't it be cool if instead of like a baby book for babies, you have a teenage book? Like instead of baby's first steps, it's baby's first misdemeanor, you know? Instead of baby's first words, it's like first terrible report card, first court-ordered drug test. Photo evidence of you ruining your very own birthday party. There is such a book, and I wrote that book, and it's called Teenagers Suck. It's a memory book for parents during the awkward and awful years. And I have it out in the lobby tonight, and I have a lot of merch that says, "Don't be a dick," because it comes in useful in every walk of life. So please meet us in the lobby, and I'm gonna look for my merch, buy Moms Unhinged merch. But most of all, I'm gonna tell you something. We love making you laugh. We love it so much. And in the words of the late, great, dare I say, Saint Gilda Radner, she said, I think it's hard to be a girl and be funny sometimes because you have to make a lot of sacrifices because of your big mouth. And I want to tell you something. We have been told our whole lives that women aren't that funny. So I don't know what's going on because as Andrea said, 180 shows this year. We are packing houses with all women lineups. So many women in the audience. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm just saying, here's to the girls with the big mouths, am I right? Yeah. Please make noise again for your host and amazing Andrea Marie, everybody, and Rebecca Trejo, amazing. I love being here with them. I love being here with all of you. And I love making you laugh. We hate so much begging for your attention, but we need to. Please follow me on Instagram. Follow Moms Unhinged. We need it so bad. I'm Lisa Lane Comedy. Lisa Lane like Lois Lane, which didn't occur to my parents. Didn't think of it. So we need that. And again, I really do love my children, and I hope it has been very good for all of us to laugh in this crazy world. And thank you to all of you for coming out on a school night. I am not kidding. You have gotten sitters. I'm not kidding. It is such an effort. I hope it was worth it for you. I hope the laughter fills your soul. I really do. And it gives us hope for the world. And our children give us hope, of course. And I make so much fun of them, but I love my two sons. And even the mathematician, I'm very lucky. Both of my sons are very artistic. They are both really artists. A lot of young men, unbeknownst to us, are kind of artists. Like they see the world as a giant canvas on which to draw penises. Well, you live in a college town. You've seen Folsom Field on a snowy day. There's always gonna be 3 phalluses trampled into that football field. And like one giant snow dong in front of the admissions office. The world is their canvas. I'm proud. And what my two sons do is they take very artistic, beautiful Polaroid photographs, because they're hipsters like that, of their shits in the toilet. Dave has done this in his life. I saw it by the way he just looked at me right now. He's done it. I don't know if it was Polaroid pictures, Dave. Your sons are doing it with Snapchat, I promise you. It's a whole thing. Not all the shits, just the unit shits. That's what I'm told, okay? And what they do, my sons, is they take these pictures and then they develop the Polaroid picture of their shits in the toilet, and then they leave them at menus at restaurants. So proud. It's a good idea. Dave gives them thumbs up for that. That's a 5-star boy activity. And remember, the one son lives in France, so this is a global pursuit, my friends. I'm just saying, tonight and always, can we agree? Don't get bitter, get better, and tip your servers well. Really, my boys, it's the literal shit they have to put up with. I've been Lisa Lane. You've been amazing. Good night. Bring her back, Andrea Marie.